Okay, I was in Post Falls with my granddaughter for the day, and Skip was home, and he wasn't really having a lot of troubles breathing when I left that morning, but I called him a couple times and he wasn't doing so well. Well, Charlotte happened to call to see how he was doing too. And she talked to him 2 or 3 different times, and in between each time, she would call me back. And finally, the last time, she says, I just talked to him, and she said, he is having a lot of trouble breathing. And I asked him if I could call 911, and he said no. So I said, well, call him anyway, and I will meet him at the hospital. And that's exactly what happened as far as I know, because I was in Post Falls. So that's when he was diagnosed with RSV and the flu and COVID, all at the same time. So they admitted him.
When I talked to Skip, when I had called him after the medical assistant reached out to me, just listening to his symptoms, the shortness of breath, the wheezing, speaking in 2 to 3 word sentences, right off the bat you start asking a little bit more questions. Is he answering questions appropriately? He was at the time, but when you're hearing the discomfort, the inability to breathe, the inability to talk, you know, that's a red flag. And I did discuss with him that I needed to call, he needed to go to the emergency room. He said he couldn't go until his wife got home, and I told him that I would call 911 for him. I thought, you know, it's very important that he got medical services as soon as possible. I did call his wife. He did allow me to call his wife. I explained the situation. She said she'd be home in about an hour. I told her that wasn't enough time. I mean, he needed to go now.
Charlotte just kind of took the bull by the horns, and she made the right calls. Thank God she did it. I feel chipper. I am outstanding. I just feel exonerated, like I could really do something physically really easy. But the lady knows her stuff. She, a lot of respect for Charlotte, a lot of respect.
I'm very grateful because he was so bad that he probably would have been passed out, if not breathing, when I came home, and I wasn't coming home till 4 or 5. So, and this all happened around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So luckily she was persistent, and she had the initiative to go ahead and keep calling and informing me what was happening. Otherwise, I don't know what would have happened to him. It could have been pretty bad.
They sent me a Christmas card. I was just like, actually brought a tear to my eye. I couldn't believe it. That made my whole holiday, I guess you could say, is knowing that I did something that helped Skip and Rose. So that's why I do what I do.